James Corden, arsehole. Mayor of London? Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Yes, news greeted me of this ridiculous development. The narcissist, that is, James Corden, arsehole, apparently wanting to become Mayor of London. What fresh hell is this? Well, Grant Tucker tells us he's best known as an entertainer. No, he's best known as an arsehole. But it appears James Corden, arsehole, may be tempted by a future in politics. Now, pausing there. I've explained to you that narcissists have certain hunting grounds. Entertainment and politics are perhaps two of the biggest. This is because those environments cater to the prime aims particularly well. So, for instance, within entertainment, you can be exposed to millions, tens of hundreds of millions of people. All of those people can be controlled through the entertainment that you provide. They offer up massive amounts of fuel. Individually, not particularly potent, but en masse, substantial. There comes with it residual benefits from fame, wealth, connections, networks, the possibility to manage a particular facade. And in visiting all of these different individuals through whatever media is available, the narcissist has the potential to garner lots of character traits as well. Thus, entertainment attracts lots of narcissists. As I've explained previously, you have to have some narcissistic traits yourself to be involved in the world of entertainment. After all, getting up and singing on a stage or acting in front of people, whatever it might be, is not for everybody. And many people would think that having to do that would be one of their least favourite things to do because they'd be anxious and nervous. And therefore, in order to perform, you need some narcissistic traits. And naturally, the narcissist has lots of narcissistic traits, and combined with what that environment does for the narcissist, it's going to attract plenty of narcissists. Similarly, politics attracts lots of narcissists because it again allows control over millions upon millions of people with the requisite fuel that can be garnered, the means of governmental control, military control, financial control, political power, however you want to describe it, all translates to giving control over lots of people. There's the opportunity to manage a facade, access to networks, and potentially wealth. And furthermore, given the fact that so many narcissists are attracted to that environment of politics, you often need to be a narcissist yourself to survive within it. Accordingly, serially unfunny arsehole James Corden arsehole would appear to be trying to strike two bases at once: entertainment and then politics. The Mail on Sunday can reveal that the star, who spent 8 years in Los Angeles as host of the Late Late Show before returning to the UK last year, fancies his chances running for Mayor of London. The 46-year-old actor who cemented himself as a household name playing Smithy in Gavin and Stacey has been vocal about his political views, but has always stopped shy of taking it further, probably as a consequence of a rabbit punch to the head. Attending the BAFTA Television Awards last Sunday, prominence, assertion of control, receipt of fuel, Corden arsehole was introduced to the host of the Electoral Dysfunction podcast and revealed his latest ambitions to Sky News' political editor Beth Rigby, former Labour Deputy Leader Harriet Harman, and former Scottish Conservatives leader Ruth Davidson. An onlooker said, James told them he was a regular listener to their podcast and how much he enjoys the cut and thrust of politics. He clearly has a lot of respect, no he doesn't, for those who put themselves out there and run for office. And it was suggested that he should step into the political arena and stand in the future. There was talk that he should run for Mayor of London. Now, those who live in London have already had to suffer the absolute incompetent governorship of Sadiq Khan. Why inflict this unfunny arsehole, this asinine example of idiocy on London? Well, I'm pleased to say I moved out of there a number of years ago, so If somehow, by some bizarre shift in the space-time continuum, this plank, this weapons-grade helmet, happens to become mayor of London, it's certainly going to be the case that it won't affect me, other than me to express my irritation at this clown holding such a position. He's widely expected, this is Sadiq Khan, to stand down in 2028, which means that Labour will need to find a new candidate. Corden, who is thought to be a Labour supporter, condemned Jeremy Corbyn's leadership of the party following the Conservatives' landslide victory in 2019. Well, it would appear that there is a suggestion that he has got political ambitions. It wouldn't surprise me, because this absolute stroker, this complete spunk trumpet of an individual, doesn't recognise the limitations of his ability, and his narcissism would cause him to love nothing more than to go down the lines of getting his hands on political power. What's been the reaction to all of this? What do people think about the prospect of James Corden arsehole being mayor of London? Sparkly Golden Stars asks, why is it that only really despicable or dislikable people end up being the mayor? Well, quite probably because they're invariably narcissists seeking political power who tend to divide opinion. Fooling no one. God must hate London. Fed up Londoner. Haven't us Londoners suffered enough with little Sadiq? Norfolk Glass states, it would be swapping one incompetent clown for another. But don't worry, the populace of our once great capital will only vote for someone who looks like them. So Corden, arsehole, has no chance. Shoehorn 56, as if London didn't have enough problems, then they get this duffer in its midst. Macaw Oxhead states, Jesus, even more unpopular than Khan. Logical Man, haven't we suffered enough? No comment. He supports and praised Tom Watson, the person who ruined innocent men's lives. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Saffron Spice. Corden, arsehole, hasn't got a hope in hell of securing the post of mayor. He's about as charismatic as a hemorrhoid. Zesty Tupman. Is there anyone apart from James Corden, arsehole, who actually likes James Corden, arsehole? Noel's house party. This arrogant, nasty-eyed lump of lard thinks he can do anything. Indeed, he does, as a consequence of his narcissism. Andy, what a laughable proposition. He couldn't run a bath. Rob from Bongs. Oh no, I can't stand the big head. I think over the years London has suffered enough with Ken, Boris and Sadiq. London doesn't need yet another idiot. Fwedwick. That would be like replacing Stalin with Hitler. Peach Elf text. He spent too much time with megaphone Markle and now thinks why not? Another narcissist, another overreach. Well, it would appear that you'll be struggling for votes, Mr. Corden, arsehole, as a consequence of the fact that people really don't like you. But that's no surprise. But we'll keep an eye on this story to see if the unfunny arsehole does attempt to make a tilt at a political position. But for now, it gives me another opportunity to demonstrate just how unpopular he is and to affirm what an arsehole this particular narcissist is. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.